If you are a listing agent or a realtor looking to take more listings, our Ultimate Listing Media Checklist is one you need to get familiar with. Before we had multiple properties that we were selling, it was really easy to come up with novel ideas for each and every listing. As we became more busy, it became increasingly more difficult to not only come up with new ideas, but make sure that I wasn't missing anything for each and every property. That's when I decided to come up with this Ultimate Listing Media Checklist that doesn't just include creative video ideas, but the minutia and simple things like making sure that they're published on the MLS. So I want to quickly walk you through this list to explain at least certain things that need more context, but alternatively, you can just take this checklist, click the links, and check out the examples yourself. Starting at the top, I begin with house photos and the house photo social carousel. House photos are the basic ones that are being placed on the MLS, and the house photo social carousel is a creative way to take those photos and publish them on Instagram. But if you were to head to Canva, it is offering great ones that you can just apply your own. Going down that list, we are always shooting 3D Matterport tours, and I want to make sure that I never forget. So I have the Matterport tour on my list to guarantee that when I'm at the house with Joaquin, my creative director, we don't forget to shoot it. Moving down the list, for every single listing that we take, we create a 360 video tour that includes the salary that you need to be earning to afford the house that we are selling, and then we are creating a very similar video, but the voiceover describes the monthly payment and down payment required to afford that house. I'll show you a quick example. As you can see here, this is a 360 video in which I am walking through the house, showing them the property, and what is popping up on screen is the monthly payment for that property. Moving down the list, we call it the YouTube play button mailer. The reason why is on our postcard, we have a graphic of the video and we put a YouTube button on top of it so that it looks like it goes to YouTube. Really simple stuff that's easy to apply for every one of our listings. I want to make sure that we never forget a flyer. So I have a template for a flyer that I am alternating the photos. As soon as I get a new listing, I update the QR code, I change the address and phone number, and it makes it very easy for me to automate. Moving down the list, you're going to see something called an FPV horizontal branded video. I was looking to find the sexiest way to make a listing video that would be the fastest and easiest for us to produce. That way it can get included in a QR code onto any of our print material. For anybody that has listings, you know that print material is often being created well before the house goes live on the market. And in our situation, this print material is being done before all the videos are finished being edited. So that is why we are creating FPV video house tours for all of our listings moving forward, because it is one of the easiest for our team to edit and ultimately crank out the fastest to be included in our print marketing. Moving down the list, you're going to see a variety of short form videos, one that is called the branded vertical video with black bars on top. That's simply because I am posting a horizontal video vertically and I am using that black section on top and below to include captions or information that is not in that video. So what you can see here is a horizontal video that's optimized for YouTube, but the house features are in the black bar underneath, and then the voiceover is on top of the video. So we are just thinking of creative ways to recycle what we are making so that we can show up on each and every platform. The real value here is taking all of the analytics, all of the statistics of everything you have done, aggregating them, so that way when you create your in escrow post or your sold post, you have a lot of data to refer back to. Further down on this list, you're going to see a launch party announcement 1, a launch party announcement 2. We love hosting launch parties or mega open houses, so I want to make sure that we always remember to create 2 or 3 creative pieces. The launch party announcements or the humorous one takes are always new and fresh ideas. So as I go through this list, many of them are rinse and repeated for every single listing. The 360 house tour with the salary is the same for every listing. We just change the numbers, we just change the address. But the launch party videos is what we are looking for, viral trending ideas that are easy for us to apply. So for example, this was a video that we shared for our last listing that had more than 18,000 views in the first 2 days of it going live. Some things that I never want to make sure that that I forget that are content related, but not necessarily social media content is, for example, our website, our database email, Google My Business product, and other things that I just want to make sure I don't forget. For example, like ordering my sign and inputting the property into the MLS. One thing that I am really proud of that we've created for our listings is what I call the New School CMA, or alternatively, a magazine. These magazines have made it really effective for us to drop off door knocking material when we are promoting an open house. So while this list is called my ultimate listing media checklist, some of the value really is in the more section, because we are in the service industry and you never want to forget who the consumer is, your client. So while it might seem like a no-brainer, I have sent to my sellers to proof. I want to make sure that they see this before it goes public. I have sent to Brian for a digital ad. Brian is my digital marketer, and I just need to be reminded that I need to send him whatever it is I'm working on for him to publish a YouTube pre-roll ad, or alternatively, whatever ad that I want to push on Instagram. This listing media checklist has saved me a tremendous amount of time from not having to feel like I'm constantly on the hamster wheel, and it's also totally saved my ass. Anytime that I almost forget something, I can go through this checklist and make sure that I'm hitting all the notes. If you found this listing media checklist helpful, make sure to share this with a real estate agent you know, and if you want examples of each and everything that is on this list or have any further questions, make sure to check out our school community where you can get some one-on-one attention.